Hey Pao, isn't it amazing how we can discover extraordinary things just like pictures by clicking on stuff in the internet?
Yes, the internet has always been such a powerful thing since the day it was born. Lalong-lalo na ngayon. You've got Facebook, you've got Twitter, ano pa ba?
Online blogging, which is basically an online diary, but you have viewers. And you can publish anything you want in it, like photos, thoughts, whatever, and it's still your personal publication.
Exactly. In fact, I know someone who started her career, in fact, she jump-started her career just by posting her photos on her online blog.
If you know siya, blogger/photographer.
Exactly. In fact, that's the name of our new segment, Slash Photographer.
I'm Trisha Goseng Tian, and I take pictures of fashion, food, travel, pretty much everything under the sun. Photography, it has that power to change how someone looks like. It also documents certain parts of your life so easily. I have a blog called Trisha Will Go Places, and it documents all of my personal style and my travels. I started out photography when I was in high school. I was part of the school paper as a layout artist, not as a photographer, but there was a time that they needed a photographer for a certain inter-school competition. So I didn't know anyone who could join that except me, because during that time, I was already taking pictures of my friends and everyone using just a random 3.2 megapixel camera. So they just randomly selected me, and then they told me, you have to join this competition, and doesn't really matter if you win, but if you win, I mean, that's better. I joined the competition. It was a photojournalism competition, and I had to use a film camera. And prior to that competition, I had zero experience with a film camera. So just imagine, like, I was trying to figure out all these ISO, aperture, everything, like, manually. So just with practice days before the competition, I was able to win first place in photojournalism in English in the Pasig San Juan division. Because of that, I was really set on becoming a photographer. It was a really cool thing that because of the internet, I was able to bag all these professional work. And I eventually started being invited to do photo shoots for bigger purposes like covers and editorials, and even the newspapers, I would take pictures.
Trisha may seem more like a fashion expert than a fashion photographer, but wait till you get to know about her craft in fashion and fashion photography. One can play too, right?
Definitely knows what she's doing. Like, she's really good at photography, hair, makeup, styling. She's also good at directing, like for the models and stuff. Like, if I don't know what I'm doing, she'll tell me and it always comes out good.
She accepts your opinions and turns them down nicely if it has to be, you know. She's very creative and very comfortable to work with.
My professional photography career pretty much began because I started just randomly posting on the internet. You wouldn't really think that it would be possible, but it actually happened. The usual stuff that I shoot are generally fashion and beauty, or anything that's glamorous. I really like photography, not for like really deep purposes. I mean, it's something that's just really there in my life. That it's something like kind of like food. You can't really take it out of someone's life.
She's really friendly, and she actually makes people feel comfortable.
I know that she's a hard worker. It's obvious, like, she's really passionate with what she's doing. And the good thing about it is that she's still so down to earth and humble. Whenever I work with her, parang magaan lang. You know? It's just a light time. It's just fun.
Trisha does her own magic in her own studio inside her house. Not only does she photograph pretty models, but also when she doesn't have models around, she photographs herself gamit ang kanyang Canon 5D Mark II, isang Alien Bees flash unit, pati remote lang.
Why the 5D Mark II? Well, one, it's a full frame, and I really needed a full frame during that time. Actually, until now, it's proven to be one of the best things about it. Like, the quality is superb. It has video, so even when I was in school, I used it for my projects. So I just imagine, like, I had school projects that was shot with the 5D Mark II. When I'm not in professional photographer mode, I like travel photography. I like taking pictures of different places in different countries. For example, I would go to Europe and take pictures of not only the iconic places, but also the people there, the food. As much as possible, I want to take pictures of everything so that I can also show it in my blog and be able to take my readers to different places.
Trisha inspires me because she does what she loves doing and she makes that like her daily work. It's one of those things like, it's not work anymore when you love what you're doing.
I think she's one of those few people who represents the true meaning of being a woman in our modern times. Like being very well-rounded as a model, a stylist, a photographer, a blogger and stuff. It's really hard to keep up with everything and manage everything in a 24-hour schedule.
I believe she's blessed with all this because she has she does have a really good heart, and with working with people, it's evident that she's genuine and that she doesn't think so highly of herself, which is great.
Well, firstly, try to create an online portfolio. I mean, it worked wonders for me. Just creating an account on Flickr or DA or even on Tumblr could land you even like the littlest kinds of shoots. Secondly, you don't have to have a really nice camera. I mean, that's one of the really common misconceptions about photography. Like, you don't have to start big already, start small. It will train your eye to focus on all the details and not depend on like the glossy quality of the camera, glossy quality of the lens, like blurry backgrounds and stuff like that. Thirdly, my advice would be just to keep on shooting. Nothing beats practicing every day, every minute of every day. Try to strike a balance between reading about photography and also going out and actually doing it.
Because of her blog, Trisha has already been featured in a number of magazines abroad. Just recently, Trisha, along with 23 other bloggers, were invited to New York for the New York Fashion Week Fall 2011 to meet one of the world's greatest fashion directors, Nina Garcia, and experience the studio of one of the world's leading designers, Oscar de la Renta. All because of her blog, Trisha will indeed go places.